Hi, sorry, I was finishing my breakfast. Good morning, everyone. I started everything. I went downstairs to grab breakfast, came back and noticed the timer wasn't moving. That was fun. What was breakfast? It was hummus and naan. But I managed to finish it in time. This isn't the right cable. Okay, that needs to go over there. I need that to be USB-A to Lightning. So we're gonna work on this painting today, and I need to do this top blade of grass and all of its water drops, and then the main one that's in focus and all of its water drops. And then there's something I want to do, and I'm thinking about it, and I kind of want everyone to vote on what they think I should do, but I want to finish the painting first, because it's something that's going to change based on... It's something I'm going to do to it at the end that will affect everything. And once I do it, I can't reverse it. I'd have to repaint everything. So I want to finish everything first, and then let everyone judge if I should do this thing or not. Oh, the coffee sat just long enough that I can actually drink it. Oh, that's so good. Okay, let me get slightly more organized. It sounds scary and exciting. It is scary and exciting. It will definitely change the look of everything, and I don't know if it will be for the better. Hi, iPad. I know it's been a little bit. Thank you. I know, you haven't updated iCloud. I don't want you to update iCloud. That's the thing. Why skip? Because there's lyrics. We have Anise gifting a sub to Commander Squirtle and to Des Carter. Thank you for those 2 gift subs. A 19-month resub from SomberMink91. 12 months from Super Yoshi 7. It's been a little bit since we had paintbrush clicks. Thank you for hitting 1. We have a 19-month resub from Houndflash, 19 months from Shadowplay626, and 4 months from Elven Scout. Thank you all for the resubs and the gift subs. I have had a long 2 weeks, a really good 2 weeks, but I'm very tired. I had a good amount of sleep though, so like I'm getting back into the swing of everything. I made myself a to-do list last night. I need to empty this trash. It is quite full of paper towel and paper and plastic. Okay. I'm just deciding exactly how I want to do this. So this is quite dark comparatively to these other ones. Like almost black. So I'm thinking of filling it in with some bone black and then just doing a little bit of a highlight here, which is exactly what the photo looks like. And then doing all the drops. How was the Canadian Inquisition? There was many a discussion of many topics. We did take John to the state fair, which makes 2 of the 3 years we've gone to the North Carolina State Fair ones where we've taken people who are not American. Which we find very funny. At least it made more sense to John than it made to Hal. Because, like, Hal had never experienced anything like that. But John was like, well, you know, we do this thing where I live. This is kind of similar. All right. Let's see. What colors are on my palette? So I'm thinking of starting with Burnt Umber, which is basically what I have here, but it will darken it more. And then using Bone Black to do a little bit of shading, because then it's just not solid black. And even though I really over-processed this photo that I took, it doesn't need to be that much. Did I play fair games and win prizes? No, but Dan did. Or Jenny, maybe. One of them did and won something. John did decide we were gonna ride the gondola, like the ski lift swings. And it was very sweet because I didn't have to pay for that ticket. But I did get up there and think this was a mistake. And I rode with John, who was very sweet and didn't rock the gondola for me. And just let me sit there and was like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll be okay. Yeah, I'll be okay." Okay, yeah, going with Burnt Umber is the right move here. And like, I know I don't like heights and I know I don't do well, but it was worse than I expected it to be. And that's not anyone's fault. I just had to suffer and it was fine. Good morning, Noah. Yeah, here's a distraction. We have a 19-month resub from Midi Night. Thank you. Good morning. So, all of these drops, I'm trying to decide. They're not, like, these ones are like the bokeh circles, and then we start to get into actual, like, drops here on this one. So I'm deciding if I should probably just paint the dark parts of those as I did here, as I do this. So I'm painting this Burnt Umber right up to the edge of this highlight, which you can kind of see on the camera, I guess. The other thing I wanted to do, I wanted to smooth out something in maybe this one. And maybe this one? I don't remember. I'll look at it later. Right now we're working on this. I also now have the hiccups, so that's really great. At the fair, we went into the art building where it's all of the art competition stuff and saw like who's won awards for stuff, and that was nice. I think I need a smaller brush. Just trying to determine if I want to go to my super fine detail brush or not. Or if I just want an overall smaller brush. Would I ever want to enter a competition like that? Someone asked me that. Someone in our group had said, you know, do you think about entering something like this? And I've thought about it, but the problem is I would have to paint my work and then hold it. So it would have to kind of sit in my possession for a while, which is fine. I just don't particularly want to store things. There's a thing that happens in Charleston, South Carolina called Piccolo Spoleto, and I've thought about entering that when we lived in South Carolina. I need to zoom in on these and maybe bring the iPad over here. So I thought about entering that. I have a friend who is an artist somewhere. I just met up with them and talked to them. And they were like, have you thought about doing like a gallery show? And I was like, I've thought about it, but like, again, I have to have artwork for that. And I normally, right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces at my house, which is really rare. Like, that's not normally how things go for me. Because normally I sell them and then they are gone. But I've thought about it. And maybe at some point. But for now, all of this is going well. Sapphire backlog. The backlog. Yeah, there is a backlog, which is kind of nice, because like, in the past when people would visit, I don't have anything to show because I had like just mailed a painting and it was gone. And now it's like, oh no, here is 6 pieces you can look at. And I'm really hoping my allergy meds kick in soon because I feel a little stuffed up.
Hey.
Good morning.
Hi. Do you mean for it to be as warm as it is?
I'm freezing.
Oh. Okay.
So I started getting the house warmer because this room is freezing.
Okay. I was just checking because the heat's on real high.
I put it to like normal house temp, right? 72?
72 is higher than we normally keep.
Oh, is it? Okay.
But,
Well, you can turn it down a little bit if you want.
okay. I just want to make sure. I don't
Sir.
want to oh my god. Yeah, I'm on my way downstairs to feed him. And he's ready to eat, as you can tell.
Okay.
And if I don't give him food, he's going to eat whatever he can on the way there.
Okay.
Come on.
Noah says I got to see Big Canvas. So, yeah, like Noah got to see Big Canvas when Noah was here. Like, during the pandemic, I had family visit us in Myrtle Beach. And at the time, things weren't great. Like, vaccines had just started to come out. And, we were not in the group that was allowed to get them yet. But my family was, because they work in that sector. And so they were like, oh, we're gonna go take a spring break. And so they met up with us, like, in our yard, and we sat and chatted for a long time. But, like, I was like, hey, I don't have any work to bring out and show you, because at the time I didn't have any. And then, post-endometriosis surgery, I had family come visit. Like, I had just had surgery, and it was, like, a week or 2 right after I had surgery, and I had an aunt come into town, and she's like, oh, I'd love to see you, and so she came over and sat with me for a little bit. And I had just literally packaged a painting that morning, and so, like, she didn't get to see any of my work either. But that's kind of what makes big painting nice, because, like, when people go visit my sister, they can see it. Like, when family gets up there. slowly working my way through all of these drops. I just did all of these, and now I have these last ones over here to do. I didn't know Kepler received knighthood. I picked that up from Reese, I think. I think I need to scrub in just a little bit there, yeah. She calls everyone sir, yeah. I still hear Kepler in the hallway trying to eat something. Okay, so these ones over here get a little bit less of this hook. They get more so just kind of a little bit. Oh, he's back. Hey, I have a spray bottle. I'm not afraid to shake it towards you in your direction. Kepler. Your food is actively being prepared. I can hear your dish clattering. Oh, now we're sitting under the tripod. Wash off my brush. I'll wait for a second. Keep an eye on this cat. Baby. He's just sitting in the doorway now. We have a 17-month resub from Daniel Bowman. Thank you. Good morning. Gosh, he has so much trouble this morning. I don't know if you guys can hear him, but he's like making the mouth chewy noises. See, the reason he's not downstairs with Steven, who is actively like putting food in his dish and like getting it all set, is because he doesn't want the pills. He wants the food, but he doesn't want the pills. Okay, he walked out. Let's hope it's the end of that. Back to this. How's he doing? He's doing well. He has a vet appointment in, I want to say November, which is when he gets his normal yearly checkup. But we're going to see how he's doing on his liver values, which will tell us how well he's tolerating the immense amount of medication he is on. One morning I was like, John, you want to see this? And I was like, this is how we feed and pill Kepler. And I was like, and this med is a diuretic, and this med is a med for his heart failure, and this one's a blood pressure med, and this one's a blood thinner, and this one's for his gastro, and then we put this powder in his food. Oh, he's back. Hey, you can't come back. Go eat. Come here. Now I have to watch him. He's currently rubbing his face on a thing that I keep my backup paints in. Hey, Kepler. You know I'm talking to you. Steven isn't home? No, Steven's home. Steven is actively getting his food ready. Kepler was almost done painting all of this brown paint. Go downstairs. Don't look at me. You know that there's food happening. While we're waiting, let's talk about what I want to paint next. So, I'm hoping I finish this today. We'll see. I may be distracted for another 5 minutes here with him. Because I have to do this one, and then this one, and then the thing I want to do, all of that needs to be dry before I do the thing I want to do. But I took a photo when I was in Maine. They did a sparkler exit at the wedding, where everyone has sparklers, and then they walk through all the sparklers. Like, people make, like, a tunnel. And it was a little difficult to get started because they had given us one match each, and literally no one could get theirs started to, like, start the sparkler. So then they had to bring candles out from the tables and then light all the sparklers that way, and it worked out, and the photos are lovely. But when you're on oceanfront and there's a sea breeze and you have one match and no one gets it lit, we were all very good-natured about it. But we finally got it lit, and I had taken a photo, and it's of the sparkler, and I really like how the sparklers, he's over there. He's being a menace. Yeah, I hit the Wisconsin accent. Thank you. Goodbye. Goodbye, Keppo! Anyway, there's a sparkler, and then I cropped into the sparkler, and I just really like how, with sparklers, you have, like, you know, the sparkler, and then, like, you have, like, where it's lit, and then you get, like, all of the pieces of it, you know? But they're not just lines. They do this, and then they get these, like, little, they're like dandelion tufts, you know? Like, it looks like that. I really like sparklers because of, like, the little tiny pops they get. Anyway, I want to paint that. And then last night when I was working on cropping it down to the size I want and the exact ratio, which is a very different ratio than I normally paint, I accidentally inverted all of the colors in Photoshop. And I really liked the look of that too, so I kind of want to paint it negative and positive and mirror it, and I think that would be fun. So that's what I want to do next. I just realized I needed to fill in more up here, so I got the big brush back. Do it like those 4-part pop art Marilyn Monroe. It'll be 2. If I don't call it Kaboom Sparkle, you named it wrong. One will be Kaboom and the other will be Sparkle. How about that, Noah? Yeah, they're gonna be on separate canvases. We have a 19-month resub from Rin the Halfling. Thank you. Good morning. Okay, there. That is all the brown paint. Now we can switch to bone black and do a little bit of shading. And we're going to start with the big brush and then go back into small detail brush. And then probably green, a little bit of green, and then the titanium white. Bone black, I just saw you. Green, there it is. And that might be too much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of the brown and mix it in so it's just a darker brown, because it looks like the bone black by itself is just too much. Maybe. We'll see. The bone black is kind of a transparent one. It's not as opaque as Mars or Carbon. Thank you, Daniel. This one isn't actually done. All of these larger ones here, that's just my rough draft. So those ones I'm going to address once I finish this top one here, which is the one I'm working on. And then the main one is next. Okay, back to small brush. Next is highlights. And that color's still wet, so I covered on my palette here. I had covered up all my paints from last week, and then like these were the colors I was mixing, so like this part is dry. And then some of these are still wet, and the green is still very wet, but like this brown is dried out, which is why I had to grab some, and the black is dried out, which is why I had to grab some. Shoves end of paintbrush in paint. So I have what? Phthalo green yellow shade, which is ultra saturated. I just don't think it works super well for this painting. And like this part of my photograph is very, very green, but I'm going to tone it down with some sap green. So it's more of a emerald and less of a this, because this is way too bright. And I think I need to thin this a little bit so it flows just a little bit better. And I don't think this is the right brush. Here's the problem with thinning this down. It is now transparent and I'm struggling to blend it. The other thing I can do is just mix a little bit of white in with the green. And that'll help make it stand out. Okay, that is good for the blade of grass. I didn't do the bottom part of it, I only did the top, so I have to do that next. And I'm going to do a little bit of green into all of these drops. And then I can go and finish the bottom of this grass. And I think I'm going to turn it so I'm right-handed. Okay, happy with that. Now I just need to finish up the drops, and I did all of the prep work, so I just have to add titanium white there. We have a 6-month resub from Strawberry Hearts. Good morning. And welcome in, Renee. Good morning. Okay. Brush too big. I feel like all of my small-ish brushes are just really fuzzy and not what I need at all. Because I keep coming back to my set of brushes in here. I'm like, okay, well this one, too soft. This one, maybe. So I'll pull it aside. This one too fuzzy, that one's too soft. That one's too small. Maybe this guy? Having breakfast with Dieter? Aw. Okay, titanium white. And we're gonna fill in those drops. And I have half a mind to use a paint marker. At least for the bottom part. Maybe I should do that. Just to get the shape in. Let's roll my sleeves up just a little bit. Okay, shouldn't do this sideways. I'm not seeing the shape right. That was the right move. Now I can go in with regular paint. So those 5 are done. And they look good. What do these two look like? Okay. Because these two are touching, so they get a little bit of a different... Okay, so those ones are set. Is this going up for auction? Redbubble, Elfie asks. Yes, both. So now that that's done, I kind of feel like some of these need to be brighter. Yeah, that helps. We'll just go across these and add a little bit more titanium white. All right, that's all of those. Now it's time for the last one. Yellow handle brush, where did you go? There you are. So let's glue John down there. I think I'm going to start with the darkest color for this, and then work my way up to the lightest color. I think. So I'm going to start with the bone black. And try not to stick my hand in any of this white paint. And this is the only part of the painting that's really sharp, and I know I painted these a little sharp, but this part needs to be ultra sharp. So I'm actually going to switch to a flat. Tech Absol says, Mal turned the painting and I expect the dewdrops to start rolling. Okay, to blend into the bone black now. And I'm kind of thinking this is not dark enough, so we're going to use burnt umber and bone black. I'm really excited to do all of these dewdrops because these are really going to make a difference. Like, I know they sort of look done, but they're not. They're so rough. Okay, next is green. And the angle is not cooperating because I need to do this to get the brush right. Okay, I don't like how that looks yet, but I'm trying to tell myself I have to blend it. It's so frustrating. I think I need more yellow. Is my yellow wet? It is. Let's mix a little bit of this into this. Yep. Yep, that was totally it. Now it needs a highlight. I hear Kepler talking to Steven. So there are some drops that sit on top of this. So I suppose I should fill those in. So between this guy and this guy, that there. And then there's a little something here. And then right above this. Is that it? No, there's some stuff back here. And then I think I should tone down the transition between these. How? We have a 15-month resub from Reed. Thank you. Good morning. Have I thought about painting something from Subnautica? I already have. And I have not played enough of it to know anything else about it. Okay, those are the drops on top of that. And now I'm just left with painting the actual water drops. So I'm going to start by doing a paint marker on the bottom loops of all of the drops, and then filling those in. Once I find where I set that down, there it is. Okay, let's make sure I don't mess up these shapes. One. I suppose I could also use this to fill in the sharp lines up here. Yeah, that makes that pop out more. A lot of these have less white in them, all of these drops, than I have right now. But that's gonna all get toned back. And there's a little bit of a highlight here. Thank you, Renee. Yeah, that's the Subnautica piece. And last water drop. Now I can go back in with other colors. I think I want to start with the lightest colors. No, darkest colors. Scroll my photo back over to this one because I just worked my way down the line. This is the song that reminds me of the robot song in Portal 2. Where did I take the reference photo? Sidewalk outside of my house. I took about 30 photos of this patch of grass, and I really liked this one the most. There was another one I liked a lot also, so I was kind of debating between the two, which one of them I would paint. That one looks really good. It's not done yet, but it looks really good. And I probably shouldn't have had coffee this morning because I'm doing fine line work and I'm super jittery. Something I should have thought of earlier and didn't. Okay, where am I painting? Right here. Renee, and I shouldn't have had Dieter's leftover burger for breakfast, but here we are. Yeah. And then, let's see. It was from Whataburger? I still haven't had Whataburger. Apparently Raleigh's gonna get one. I'm trying to fill in this drop based on what I'm seeing, and I can tell what's in the background, which is the street and house, but it's so abstracted and stretched across the bubble. Next one. And this one. Okay, that's looking decent. I knew this part would take the longest. And again, I get to scroll all the way back up here. I'm trying to lighten up some of this. Because I think it needs it. Something feels like it's missing. Yeah, let's fix that. So some fresh white paint, clean brush, and just going to bring in a little bit more of that.
I'm going to go to store. Is there anything?
Non-dippers?
No. Did you put it on the list?
No.
Okay.
Yogurt?
Did you put it on the list?
No.
Okay. Anything else?
I can't think of anything else.
Love you.
Love you too. So I think I just need to make this a little bit more painterly with the titanium white instead of just letting it be. We want cookies. And I did, some of these drops get a little bit of an outline for their shadow, and that's all good and well. I just painted it too thick in some spots. So I'm just going to make it a little bit thinner. Because like this one looks really good and these ones are fine. Yeah, those ones are looking much better. That helps. It's just incredible what a little bit of dry brushing does. Because that really made that one work. Good. And that one too. Wonderful. All right, I need to sign my name first, even though I said I was going to do something, we're going to do a poll. This will make sense when I'm done, I swear. This isn't sharp enough. It's okay. All right, let's do a poll. And the poll is going to be, do I do a yellow wash over this or not? Because this was my photo. See how yellow it is? It's very gold. Painting, not as gold. So my thought, let's set that over there, is, where is it? Transparent yellow oxide. I'm going to do this on the paper so you can see. And then we're going to decide if I want to do this on the painting. And after I do it on the painting, I need to take titanium white and brighten all the white parts back up so they're not all solid gold. So what this will look like is, I'm going to get this all over my hands, is I'm going to take transparent oxide and I'm going to go over it all with something like that, where it is transparent but yellow. Like so. So everything will be cast in a yellow glow and look like that. And I didn't put enough glazing liquid on the paper, so everything will be yellow. And it'll still have color, right? Because it's transparent. Because if I put it over this, you still see everything, but it gets slightly yellower. That's what it is. So yellow wash, yay or nay? It's like a filter. Because I like it as it is. It's a nice painting. But I wasn't sure if the yellow would add or ruin things. And I don't think it will look bad either way. Reach. Let's do the drop down. And the droplets are going to get yellow, but I'm going to bring white on top for the highlights of them, so they'll still be white. Votes are pretty even, 15 to 17. Two more people had yay versus nay, so let's do a yellow wash. Start by moving this coffee cup. And I did my name first because I want that to turn yellow. Oh, it's underneath the iPad. The result is yay. Are we dry? This one's a little wet yet, but that's fine. I have to mix all this up. Palette knife. And I need to clean like what feels like the only good small brush I have right now. Right, brush, palette knife. I know it's yay, but not yay. Let me have fun. Yay. So while this is just doing its final little dry here where that is, we're going to swatch a little bit of the transparent yellow oxide. And I'm going to do a little palette clean. So I have enough space for this. And get stuff all over my hands. New spray bottle. Remember how I said the little one I had was broken? New one is nice and not broken. I also want to take a photo of this as it is right now. Okay, transparent, no, let's do photo first while I'm thinking about it and I don't have paint all over my hands. Ooh, there's a glare. That is slightly better. Now this is a transparent color, but I'm making it more transparent because if I really wanted to, I could do multiple layers of this wash. If I'm like, oh, this wasn't yellow enough. What is this chunky piece of paint in here? There's something chunky. That is not okay, because that will end up in the painting. Now, one of the things we had talked about early on in this painting is using gold paint, which is in the top right corner of the sketchbook. It looks kind of silvery, but that's just because it's looking like it's wet on the paper and it's tinted the paper underneath. But when it catches the light, it is gold. But I think it's too, like, the sheen isn't the right gold that I want. And I think that doing this wash will do the effect I want. There's a green chunk of paint. And not look tacky. All right. Big brush. Big soft brush. You and I think that's a good transparency to aim for right here. Maybe just a touch more. It's not affecting that green in the bottom right as much as I want it to. Have I thought about getting a new iPad? The features of a new iPad, the only thing I'm interested in is a brighter screen because it's so bright in here with these lights. That's really the only thing I care about. I don't use it for anything else other than reference images. I had gotten the pencil with it, and I've tried drawing with it, and I don't particularly love it. Most of the time I'd just rather pick up a pencil. That's better. So you can see up here it's darker. That's what it is. All right, let's do this. Are we dry enough? Yeah. So see how yellow that is? I think I could have gotten away with a sturdier brush and something less soft. Yeah, maybe I'll just dry brush a sturdy brush on top. Okay, ready for it to really change? And I need to work fast because it's acrylic. And I feel like a lot of the time whenever I do a wash, I end up just mad at it until I let it dry. So you can see the face of it's still very yellow, and then the side isn't. That's the difference there. Now I have to let this dry really well before I can set it up and bring in some of those highlights. So I'm just going to try and balance it. Don't fall. There. Stay there. Don't fall over. That would be bad. Yeah, I'm not doing the bottom of the canvas off camera this time. When it's small like this, it's easy. But like on big canvas, what I had to do to paint the bottom of the big canvas was drop my shelf to the ground so I could see it like here, like because that's where it got brought. And like no matter what, because of how big it was, you guys weren't gonna see it. I do wish I had my water bottle. Steven is now gone. But I am almost done. We'll see if this is pretty dry in a minute, and if it's not, I may have to bring the highlights in next week and start next canvas at that point as well. We will see. Glaze tends to take a little bit longer to dry in my experience. Like the paper's dry, but the paper is going to pull that moisture in the way the canvas won't. All right, hands are clean. We'll give this another minute or two, because all I want to do is bring in titanium white on top. Just a little bit. So yeah, let's talk about things that are coming up while I have some time. Things that are coming up. Today is Friday, which means it is a Banjo-Kazooie night. I know we are at the graveyard, and that's about all I know. We recorded something last night that I believe is going to come out, I want to say Monday. So that's exciting. So be on the lookout for that. When I get into our meeting today, I'm going to see where Dan is at on the time lapse for the next time of day painting, which was either, I think it's the sunrise piece. Let me grab that. So this is the next painting that's going to be going on YouTube with time lapse and then Redbubble and eBay. So this piece will be next. I need to see where Dan is on editing that. So yeah, that will be up for auction and stuff shortly. I'm not exactly sure when. Steven's been working on vlogs. He's been getting vlogs out from when I was in Maine and Philadelphia. I don't know if he has the next one ready, but we went and played mini golf at Putt Shack, Noah, Brandon, and I. And I did film the trivia question that we got. It was really fair. I say that with a lot of sarcasm. And I don't think there's much else besides the fact that Extra Life is coming up. In 2 weeks, on Friday, we are going to be a little bonus sneak peek for Mal's audience. Sneak peek. In 2 weeks on Friday, we'll be doing our test stream for Extra Life. So at our normal stream time in the evening on Steven's channel, tune in for that. And then in 2 weeks from tomorrow is Extra Life. I am personally hoping that we play Wayne Gretzky's 3D Hockey, which is not just a hockey game, you get to fight in it. So I'm very excited for that. I've never actually played it, and like that's the only fact I know about it, and I want to play it. But there's a lot of games on other people's lists that also sound a lot of fun. Rebecca will be joining us for Extra Life. Unfortunately, Lindsay couldn't make it this year, and we're going to miss her. But we have Rebecca coming with Josh. And he says, we went to a fight and hockey broke out. I was real sad because John was here and I was like, John, we could go see the Canes play. And then I looked and they're away for like a whole week and they have all away games for like the whole week. And I'm like, oh. And actually last night they played Calgary in Calgary. Haley promised shenanigans for babysitting Mama. I do know she's working on stuff. I'm excited to see because I know nothing of what she's doing. And I think that's all the major things that I know about. Balance that there. How are we doing on drawing? It's a little tacky. I think I could set it up. It makes me nervous, but it would just ruin the bottom and I can just repaint that. I would hate to, but I can. So here is it with the wash and it has this lovely golden glow. I just need to bring in titanium white back just to make it really stand out. And I'm gonna do that with actual paint instead of a paint marker to make it slightly more painterly instead of sharp and illustration-y. And I am going a little bit long today, but Steven's not back anyway. And I want to finish this. So we're going to start in the top left. Ooh, that is tacky. Let's make sure I don't set my hand somewhere too long. So that's all I'm doing to it. I don't know if you can see those 3 bubbles, drops. Ooh, yeah, it's fine to paint on. But I just don't want to set my hand there too long. Can we see those 5, how they look different? Does that come across on video? Okay, there's none over there I need to worry about. Alright, now this part is hard because I don't want to stick my hand in something. That looks way better. Okay, I just want to re-sign my name because it's kind of gotten lost. We have a 17-month resub from Mio Hello. Is it... Do I ask you this every time? Is it Mio or Mayo? I've been mentally inside of this painting, so my brain is now fried. Mayo, hello, many have said Mio. Like, my brain is in this. I'm not thinking otherwise. I do see something I want to fix, but I'm going to sign my name first. Where did the paint marker go? There you are. No thoughts, only painting, correct. Okay, let's fix the thing I want to fix. This one. This one. And then this guy looks weird now. The big one here on the right. Because I think I brought it down too far. Okay. I like that. How do we feel about the gold wash now? Are we happy we did it? I'm happy we did it. My slippers are in the way. I'm very happy that we did that. It was a good change. Because this is how I imagined it looking when I started painting, and then I painted it and was like, gosh, it's not very yellow. And then we did the wash, and now it is yellow. Could up the saturation. Vagabond. We're trying to get away from that. I'm trying to be better about painting true to life. Kita says, I wasn't sold on the idea at first, but now looking at it, it's warm and lovely. It has a very warm gold glow to it. And the drops stand out more. I'm happy I did that. Thank you for all making me do that. I clicked on the wrong window. There. That's the window I need to be on. This is done. Hooray. So yeah, if you missed it before when I was waiting on the wash to dry, tonight we're playing banjo. So tune in for that. I'm 95% sure there's a special video coming out on probably Steven Plays on Monday. Because we recorded something last night and I feel like it was said that it would be coming out Monday. So be on the lookout for that. There's vlogs out that are adventures from when I was in Maine and Philly. So those are fun. And soon there will be videos from when John was here. And Extra Life is in 15 days. And I'm very excited. I'm very excited to hang out with my friends. See Thomas, Josh and Rebecca. I need to start getting some things done. I made myself a to-do list last night. Doing this painting was one of those to-do list things. And I think that's it. So let's do a shout out to my Patreon supporters. If you're interested in that and the perks, Ahmad will have a link for you. Becca says, fajita party. Yeah, I need to figure out what I need to buy for fajita party. I need to make a shopping list. I made a to-do list, and part of the to-do list was figure out fajita party. That might be a tomorrow job, though. I can't remember. Or Josh and Rebecca and Raleigh? I don't think so. Because she has a different job. Radio Dread says, I should figure out what I want to eat during Extra Life. I did that for us. I figured out what we're going to have for Extra Life menu. I just need to get stuff and order it. Tell us, please. Extra Life channel. Nope, food. There's food. For lunch, we're gonna have sandwiches and chips. For dinner, we're gonna do pizza and salad. And then I plan to have some things that we can pop in the oven for fourth meal when we get hungry inevitably at 2 a.m. And then I'm gonna have cookies, a charcuterie tray, bread and crackers, a vegetable tray, fruit, chips, and maybe having items for other sandwich making. Like if you wanted to make a ham sandwich. And I thought about having ice cream. salad to keep Thomas busy. He is the one who requested salad. So that's what we are doing for dinner, for all those things. Instant noodles for late night. All right, I'm going to wrap up then. We did Patreon, we talked about what's coming up. The big thing's just Extra Life. So I hope you all have a good Friday. Thanks for tuning in while I finish this painting. And lots of snacky things. And I hope to see you tonight for Banjo. It's been a few weeks. Looking forward to it. Hope you all have a good Friday. See you tonight.